fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of mixed martial arts action with a 84 kg weight limit. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing City Kickboxing. He is New Zealand's cruiserweight king in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Israel, the style bender, Adesanya!
本场比赛，红方亲哥来自西安体院，今年只有20岁，跟随武立峰第一次走出国门，初出茅庐，只为剑术一攻，他就是Qele。
3 5-minute rounds. When the bell rings, the referee in charge is the UFC's Terry Hill.
If you just look at the MMA records, this looks like a real good fight. Qele is just got a slight height advantage at 188 over Israel Adesanya, and his record of 4-2 compares favourably against Adesanya's 3-0. But if you put the striking records into the equation, things change an awful lot. So I don't think you have to be a rocket scientist to work out that Qele will be trying to go to ground as quickly as possible, and he's done some good work here to be able to get hold of Adesanya, and he gets him to the ground, starts to put the right hand in. Can he keep him there? Adesanya, no, slips out, and well, a good attempt there from Qele, and that's what the Chinese team would be asking for. Everybody around the world knows Adesanya nowadays as how good a striker he is. Of course, no stranger to China. Had his first fight over there in 2011, and he spent 6 months from September last year till February this year over there as well. So they will know his achievements. Here we go. Here's the second attempt, a single leg takedown attempt. Not doing too much there, and a right hand from Adesanya breaks that one up pretty quickly. And striking from the outside, Adesanya. Once they're on the feet, things change an awful lot, because nice punches there, but you see how Adesanya just slips the punches. He never goes back. He doesn't have to go back. He can just, his reflexes are so good that he just ghosts out of the way. So, really pretty to watch. And I'm not too sure if anybody in the MMA world would be as good as him in the stand-up department. Equally at home in the orthodox or the southpaw stance, and that makes it even more difficult for his opponents. And I'm not sure if Qele's fancying himself here in the stand-up department, because I think it would be a big mistake if he is. I think he wants to go back to the takedowns if possible. As the more he stands and tries to go hand to hand with Adesanya, the more things will turn away from his favour. Adesanya already this year in New Zealand has won an 8-man boxing competition and also a kickboxing. Jason Suddy's king in the ring in 8-man competition here in New Zealand, and he took them away within a month of each other. So, as I say, his achievements in the stand-up fighting world are well and truly documented. And yeah, I am a little bit surprised. Here we go. Here he goes. He goes forward again. Bit of a scramble going on, and Adesanya gets back out into clear air. Already talk about UFC as far as Adesanya's concerned, which after 3 fights in the MMA arena is pretty spectacular in itself. So there's no doubt that we're going to see him there. And it's good that Philip Lamb, the man who brought kickboxing to New Zealand, has put on an MMA fight here in New Zealand versus China. It shows that he and the World League of Fighting understand how big MMA is growing. Starting to pick the shots a little bit now, Adesanya, starting to wind up the wick a little bit here. Oh, that was a nice shot to the rib. Oh, and it had an effect, and here it goes. Adesanya on the ground. Oi! Oh, look out! Oh, well, rushed in there, and we can see that Qele has got a little bit of ground skill. And Adesanya having a little bit of trouble, just playing it a little bit cautious as well. Now he's caught again with the leg. He might just walk away from this. Qele seems, and he does do just that. Well, that was a beautiful body shot that started that, and he thinks he's onto something, Adesanya. He's going to try and end it before the bell goes. He runs out of time on this occasion, but a good finish to the round number 1 from Israel Adesanya. Just checking my records, and I think I said at the start of the fight it was a 4-2 record for Qele. It's actually a 6-2, but I don't think that makes any difference to what's happening out there at the moment. And both corners stating the obvious. Eugene Behrman asking Israel Adesanya to keep his distance, and the Chinese team want their man to get to ground as quick as possible. Only 3 real serious attempts to go to ground in round number 1 by Qele, which was quite surprising after the start that he made. First 2 attempts were in the first half minute, basically, and after that he only got the 1 chance. And of course, I think the time that he did go to ground, I think he had a little bit. Ooh, that wasn't far away. Hand was in the right place at the right time, and the body shot had influenced the going to ground the last time, and that's where he actually did look really comfortable. Well, he made it real difficult for any attempt of the ground and pound by Adesanya. So it's going to be interesting to see if they give him that same position, whether Adesanya will go after him or whether he wants to get the ref to stand them up and just walk away from anything that happens like that and try and end it on the feet. Ooh. The hands aren't too bad, I tell you what. Up against an ordinary fighter, you'd say that Qele would have a pretty good show in the stand-up, but he's been outmanoeuvred, outworked and outpunched here by Adesanya, and he's not the first fighter to be in that position, I can give you the tip. Adesanya just slowly tightening the noose a little bit, you know, just he's 3 or 4 inches closer in this round than he was before in round number 1. So he's starting to get the measure of his opponent, starting to read the punches. And he's so hard to read, you'd almost think that he was going to go for a takedown. I don't think that's the case. If it is, it's against the orders of, or the recommendations of Behrman. But, yeah, he's just so hard to read, you just don't know what's coming next. And I guess that's what, if you can keep your opponent tentative, that's the game plan. No takedown attempts here at the moment, and that's because he's on the back foot as well. Well, he goes voluntary to the ground again. Now we'll see what's going to happen. Will he do what he did last time and walk away? And it looks like that's, yeah, he calls Terry Hill in. And, yeah, back to the feet. So that plan's not going to work by the look of things for Qele. Here he goes again. Oh, well, he takes advantage of it this time, does Adesanya, and the ground and pound, they're getting through this time, and Terry Hill pushes him away and says, that's it, we'll call it a day. And Adesanya, well, he didn't need a second invitation that time. And, yeah, Qele says, put a fork in me, I'm all done, and yeah, it didn't work the second time. He thought he might be able to buy himself a little bit of time, or maybe he definitely wasn't expecting Adesanya to take the opportunity that he was given after walking away that first time. But Adesanya says, I can end them standing up, and I've just shown that I can end them in the ground and pound as well. We're about to make it all official.